back at it again, and we have another one with the great Caitlin. And the title of this one, the title of this original video says facts don't matter. So yeah, I know this is going to be really, really interesting. But with that being said, let's dive in.
Can you tell me how many lives maybe are killed due to firearms?
3 million a year.
That's how many people die every year?
Yeah.
3 million.
Yeah. What is it about guns that you think is legal to have on this state?
Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm great.
I know you were begging for my fiance.
She said, what is it about weapons that you think is legal to have on this state? First off, that didn't make any sense, but I understand what she is trying to say. What makes you think, you know, you should legally be allowed to have a weapon? And my response to her is Second Amendment. Simple as that. Let's continue on.
Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm great.
I know you were begging for my fiance's attention here with your sign.
Oh,
Tell
no,
me
you're great.
about it.
Tell me about it. No, I'm great.
You want to tell my fiance about it? Why don't you tell the camera about it?
Oh no, I'm doing pretty good actually. I'm actually just like trying to like just talk to people about the fact that gun laws do save lives.
Like the guy in Maryland, right? The red flag gun law?
Actually, we don't like using the term red flag gun laws. We prefer the term extreme risk protection orders.
That didn't save his life.
See, I'm actually here on behalf of the people, the Latinx community, especially in El Paso. But here's the thing. So I know who you are. I'm cool with it. I know we disagree on some certain issues.
Even if you...
She's been spotted.
So I know who you are. I'm cool with it. I know we disagree on some certain issues.
Even if you weren't cool with it, I guess I don't care.
Oh, no, it's totally cool. I mean, I know we disagree.
Ooh, and it's one of the reasons why I like checking out some Caitlin. She's a savage. Absolute savage. Doesn't hold anything back. I like it. I respect it.
Fundamentally on issues, but like, I don't really want to start anything, so.
Why not? You want to convince me you don't want to change my mind?
Not your mind.
Why don't you want to try to change my mind?
Just not worth it. Thank you.
It's not worth it. Thank you.
Not worth it? Why? I'm one of the biggest advocates for gun rights in the country, and you don't want to change my mind? You don't want to change my mind?
I'm good.
How old are you?
I am 19.
That's sad. I'm one of the biggest advocates for gun rights in this country.
Oh, I
I'm
know you
known as the gun girl, so why wouldn't you want to try to change my mind?
That's very interesting considering somebody that got shot.
Well, I'm sorry?
I got shot, so I'm just trying to figure out, like, why are you so good about guns? Like, what is it about guns that you think is legal to have on this state? What is it about guns that you think is legal to have on this state? What is it about guns that you think is legal to have on?
Look at the image, yo. The machine gun.
Well, the Second Amendment and my God-given right to defend myself says that I have that right.
So what about the kids that got killed last year because somebody had a gun and they got shot? What?
Here we go with this. All right, let's squash this now. First off, she said, considering someone who has been shot, right? So my question to her would be, well, what was the situation in the circumstance? Okay. Did you put yourself in a position to be harmed? Just bringing up someone has been shot doesn't mean that we should get rid of weapons. Why? People are harmed in vehicles. I remember going through driver's education, and they were literally showing us the aftermath of wrecks. The aftermath of some of these horrible situations. I remember them showing us a sign that had a dent in it. You know what the dent was from? You gotta hold it up higher. Someone's skull hit it. Yeah. They were showing us stuff like this. But just because that happens doesn't mean we get rid of all vehicles. Just because, you know, some people are put in pine boxes because of knives doesn't mean we just throw all knives away. And I can go on and on and on and on, you know, with that list of, you know, different ways people are harmed with things that we have around us all the time, right? You know, different chemicals that we use for cleaning, medications. Do we just tell people who take medications up? Nope, you're not allowed to take medications anymore because so many people die because of them. You know, kids get a hold of them. They get into their parents' medications, and kids overdose on some of this stuff. People, you know, unfortunately take their own lives because of some of these medications by popping too many intentionally, yada, yada, yada. Do we just say get rid of all medications? No.
Wasn't supposed to have it. Illegally was sold to them.
defend myself says that I have that right.
So what about the kids that got killed last year because somebody had a gun and they got shot? Wasn't supposed to have it. Illegally was sold to them, and I can understand that you can defend yourself.
You're really defending.
And I am a victim of getting shot as well.
Are you gonna let me talk?
Go ahead.
So you just absolutely dismantled the gun law argument that we need gun laws. You just sat there and said that he got it illegally. He wasn't supposed to have it. So what's your argument?
No, I didn't say all of that. You wouldn't even let me talk. So when you're done talking, let me know that I can talk, and then we can go ahead and squash
So
this.
every year,
It did sound like she said they got it illegally.
up to 3 million lives are saved due to defensive use of firearms. That is found by the CDC. Obama actually ordered the CDC to do an investigation, and they found that 3 million lives are saved every year due to defensive use of firearms. Can you tell me how many lives maybe are killed due to firearms?
3 million a year.
That's how many people die every year?
Yeah.
3 million.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you one more chance, because think about like how many people are in the country, and then 3 million every year are dying.
I'm being sarcastic, sweetheart.
Okay.
I'm being sarcastic if you didn't realize it, but okay. Next question.
Well, that was the question. Do you have an
No, I'm
answer?
asking the next question. I gave you an answer. I asked you, did you have another question?
Do you have a real answer? Like
I just gave you a real answer.
Okay, so it wasn't sarcasm. You're going back and forth.
I saw you how you disrespected one of my colleagues, and I'm just like, are you serious right now? Like, do you know?
No, you got mad about firearms. Do you know how many people die every year due to firearms?
When it's illegally used?
No. Firearm homicides, deaths. How many are used?
Are we done here?
Do you have an answer?
I don't have nothing to say because I just told you that I see too many kids getting shot, and you can't even.
When the facts come out, they run. I'm done here. My phrase remains true. When the facts come out, they run. Their viewpoints can't stand up to debate. So whenever the facts come out about the truth, they always run. You saw she didn't want to answer the question. I was being sarcastic, sweetheart. Next question. Oh, well, why next question? We were just having a discussion here, weren't we? Caitlin threw facts at you, statistics, and was asking you what you thought some other statistics were. And I'm sure Caitlin had the statistics to refute whatever it was that you were going to say, because you were going to say some crazy high number. And the reality is, it's not as high as what you think. But you realized what was happening in front of you. So you run. At least that's the way that I see it. Y'all let me know if you agree in the comment section, but that's the way that I see it. When the facts come out, they always run because their viewpoints can't stand up to debate. Yeah, no, they can't stand up to debate. Nope, they sure can't.
Firearm homicides, deaths. How many are used?
Are we done here?
Do you have an answer?
I don't have nothing to say because I just told you that I see too many kids getting shot, and you can't even tell me how you feel about that.
And what do you mean too many? Is one too many? Well, if that's the case, what about vehicles? What about ODs? You know, what about that? What about knives? Huh? What about neglectful parents? Like, where's the line? And what do you just like get rid of all parents? Do you get rid of all knives? Do you get rid of all cars? Do you get rid of all medications? Like,
terrible.
I think
No kids should be shot. I've never said that. I've never advocated for that to happen.
That's a question that I asked you, and you completely ignored it. I did ask you that. I said, what about the kids that get killed every year due to gun violence? And
That's
you
not
said
gun violence.
That is gun violence.
It's
What are you talking
violence.
about?
So when someone gets stabbed, do you call it knife violence?
It was a gun that was used to kill another kid who couldn't even graduate, let alone get married, let alone see his mom.
And that's a terrible situation
Okay, so
that I
how's
would
it not
never
gun violence? You
advocate
said
for
it's just
happening.
violence. How's it not gun violence?
So when someone stabs someone else, is it knife violence?
It doesn't matter what type of, whatever kind of violence it is, whatever that is done,
So
is
it's
done.
just violence. It's very disingenuous to your argument to call it gun violence when it's just violence. If you don't call people hanging themselves with rope from suicide rope violence, or stabbings knife violence, or car accidents car violence, it's disingenuous, and you're insulting my intelligence to think that
You
I won't
insulted
know
my
the
intelligence
difference.
first, sweetheart. You insulted
So you
my
never
intelligence
answered my
first.
question.
And you never answered
How many
mine.
people
Until you
died?
answer mine, then I'm going to answer yours. That's
I
how we're
already
going to do it
answered
here.
it.
No, you didn't. And we're done here. Have a good day.
You don't have an answer. Okay, so I'll go ahead and answer it. About 13,000 people are killed due to gun homicides, and that includes self-defense, justified
13,000.
shootings, stuff like that. Gun homicides, and that includes Okay, so I'll go ahead and answer it. About 13,000 people are killed due to gun homicides, and that includes self-defense, justified shootings, stuff like that. So she's over there.
13,000 in comparison to 3 million. I wonder which one is more important, 3 million or 13,000. I'm just saying. I feel like that one's a pretty obvious question. Do you want to see the numbers be zero? Yeah, of course, but that's not reality. So we live in the real world. So 13,000 or 3 million. I wonder what she'd say to that. Would you rather save 13,000 people, or would you prefer to save 3 million people? Which one? Because that's the decision that you're gonna have to make if you ban weapons. You choose not to save those 3 million people, and you would rather save the 13. And really, it isn't going to even be 13 because criminals don't care about your laws. Criminals aren't going to walk down to the police station and happily turn in their weapons. The police officers aren't going to, march right up to, criminals' homes and they're going to hand over their weapons. That's not happening. Everybody else is, though. And the only people who are going to have the weapons on the streets are the criminals. And you already defunded the police, so they're already short-staffed and demoralized. So you're depending on that structure to save you? Good luck. You'll need it. You seriously will need it. Honestly and truthfully, listen, if I am an idiot when it comes to this discussion, please let me know. But the way that I see it, anybody who argues for that, I personally think, and I don't mean to be rude, but I think that is a foolish argument. It is foolish. Criminals have the weapons and the good Samaritans don't? Anyway.
Saying that I'm insulting her intelligence, but she couldn't answer my question. I just want to maybe change her mind. Do I care about changing her mind? Really, no. But I do like to give my audience here, you guys, a little knowledge about what to say or what to do when you come out here and try to face these people that run on emotion. So, the right to self-defense is my right, it's your right, it's her right, it's her right, it's his right, it's everybody's right here. Emotions
Absolutely.
don't dictate that. Emotions don't dictate my right to defend my life. And they never will, and I will never fall for the emotional argument because it's disingenuous. And what a shame to the kids who lost their lives for her to go out there and use their deaths and walk on their graves to try to push an agenda that she knows nothing about.
So, yeah, I 100% agree with Caitlin. A lot of these folks have no clue what it is that they're talking about. She's talking about a few kids. Is it tragic? Yes, of course. That's not what I'm saying. Because, of course, you're going to have somebody, oh, so you're saying those kids' lives don't matter? Of course they do. But we don't throw away the baby with the bathwater, do we? That's obvious. Come on. We don't throw away vehicles because a group of kids decided to go joyride and ended up losing their lives. And I can go down the whole list that I went through earlier. We don't just throw these things away, but yet when it comes to weapons, oh my gosh, they're horrible, terrible, no good, very bad things. Yeah, until somebody runs in your house at 3 o'clock in the morning. And you're relying on those same police you defunded to come and save you. So now, instead of your life being saved, the police are coming to try to identify what weapon was used in order to take your life. Then these folks will realize, oh, but by then it'll be too late. And the sad part about this is when she made the excuse, oh, well, I've been shot, and didn't explain the entire situation, because I think that's important as well. Did you put yourself in a bad situation where you knew, hey, I probably shouldn't be doing this. I probably shouldn't be here. I'm hanging around some folks that I shouldn't be hanging around, yada, yada, yada. Does that make it right? No. But of course, we all know you put yourself in certain situations. I mean, you walk out into the middle of a field in a lightning storm. I mean, come on. 2 + 2 = 4, right? If a walk like a duck or quack like a duck, it's probably a duck. You put yourself in bad situations. Don't be surprised when something bad actually happens. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's a little disingenuous when you don't explain the entire situation. Are there unfortunate situations that happen? Yes, but that happens with a lot of things. But that doesn't mean we throw them away. Like, this is craziness. Absolutely craziness. But as always, y'all let me know what you thought about all of this in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, and of course, hit that subscribe button before you go. And thank you to every single last one of you that have shown so much love and support on these videos. If you would like to support the channel more than you already have, my PayPal link is in the description box below. Peace and love. I'm out.